Okay, next we're going to learn how to draw and shade a cone. So to draw a cone, you need an upside down V, and if you need to turn the paper this way to get a better line, that is just fine. And then you need a curved line at the bottom. So we're going to shade this as if the light is hitting the cone directly from the front. So the thing to remember with shading a cone is that the values follow a very specific pattern, and they are like long skinny pieces of pie. So they all extend all the way from the bottom to the top, but they flare out at the bottom. Okay, that's very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the dark values on the outer edges. I want to make sure we're shading right up to the edge, and then as we move in towards this line, kind of in a curve, we're getting lighter to a medium. All right, so we're going to keep doing that, making sure that it doesn't give the appearance of an outline. And making sure we are shading right up to our lines. That's very important. Right? So then we're going to go around and do the same thing on this side. So notice how this is wider up here and narrower at the top of the cone. So you just got to make sure you're keeping that in mind. That's where the guidelines help. However, you don't want to leave the guidelines there when you're all done. You want to erase those as you're shading. Kind of like training wheels. They're good for you to kind of get your bearings, but you don't want to leave them on long term. And so, following my own advice, we're going to get that out of there. And what we're going to be doing is then pulling those medium values towards the center to a medium light and then to nothing. Same thing over here. Just very gently, using a very light touch. And you want to go in and make sure that your values are consistent and there's no like strange white patches. Your values are changing gradually and not very abruptly, because when it, especially with the darker values, if you get an abrupt change, it's going to give the idea of an outline, which we don't want. And then just a very light highlight in that front section. And there you have a shaded cone.